Welcome everyone to Decode ITES. This is a single learning platform for multiple IT infrastructure technologies. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's have a small introduction of myself. My name is Prince Garg. I'm having 3 plus years of work experience. I have worked on Red Hat, VMware, Windows, Google Cloud, PowerShell, Python, and Bash scripting. You can reach out to us on ITES Fun Facebook page, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at b_limitless, or you can follow me on LinkedIn by prince-garg-ites, or you can visit our website itesfun.com. Welcome back everyone to the learning series of Linux 8. So in this lesson we will gonna talk about the relay networking. So the introduction to relay networking, like it is difficult to envisage a relay system does not have at least one network connection, and harder still to imagine how such an isolated system could be of much practical use. The simplest fact is that relay is designed to provide enterprise level services over network and internet connections. A key part of learning how to administer a relay system involves learning how to configure and manage the network interface installed on the system. Network Manager is a service and set of tools designed specifically to make it easier to manage the networking configuration on the Linux systems, and is the default network management service on Relay. In addition to the service that runs in the background, Network Manager also includes the following tools: Nmcli, Nmtui, Nm connection editor, genome settings, and the cockpit network settings. Nmcli is a tool for working with Network Manager via the command line. This tool is useful when access to a graphical environment is not available and can also be used within scripts to make network configuration changes. NMTUI is a basic text-based user interface to manage the network manager. This tool can be done within any terminal window and allows changes to be made by making menu selections and entering the data. While useful for performing basic tasks, NMTUI lacks many of the features provided by the NMCLI tool. Now we talk about NM Connection Editor. It is a full graphical management tool providing access to most of the network manager connection options. Then we are having genome settings. The network screen of the genome desktop settings application that allows basic network management tasks to be performed. And next we are having cockpit network settings. The network screen of the cockpit web interface allows a range of network management tasks to be performed. Although there are a number of different ways to manage network environment on the relay systems or the version 8 Linux distros, for the purposes of this chapter, we will discuss or we will focus on the nmcli command. While the graphical tools are certainly useful when we have access to a desktop environment or cockpit has been enabled, understanding the command line interface is essential for situations where the command prompt is all that is available. Also, the graphical tools like the cockpit is included in that do not include all of the capabilities of the nmcli tool. Finally, once you have gained some familiarity with Network Manager and NMCLI, those skills will translate easily when using the more intuitive tool options. The same cannot be said of the graphical tool options, and it is a bit harder to use NMCLI if, for example, you have only ever used NM Connection Editor. So to understand, here is a network art. Like ENS33 is my configuration file. This is the essential physical cord that is connecting this computer to the network. In order to do so, we need a configuration, and this configuration is a file that is stored or placed at etc sysconfig network scripts ifcfg ens33. Okay, and I know it's a long file name, but that's what it is. So this contains the configuration that must be applied to the network art, and in order to do so, there's network manager as well. So network manager is the service that works with this configuration and make sure that it is applied to the network art. There are two main interfaces to work with network manager. So here we come with the network manager, and we are having the Nmcli interface as well. The network manager command line interface that we can use the network manager command line interface to talk to network manager, which will generate or modify the configuration file for us. We can also use NMTUI, the network manager text user interface. Same story, it will write the content of the configuration file. You may even directly modify the configuration that is in the configuration file if you are comfortable in editing the parameters in that file. But if you do so, you need to make sure that this file is reloaded. There are multiple ways of doing the same thing, like you can use nmcli con up to bring the connection up again, which will read the file again. You can activate the connection from NMTUI, or if you're desperate, you may restart Network Manager. The results will be the configuration file is right again and will be applied to the ENS33. That will result in a runtime configuration file. And the runtime configuration is the configuration that you can manage with IP command. Using the IP command, you only change the runtime environment. You don't change anything in the configuration file. This makes the IP command excellent for troubleshooting, but not much else.